Today I'm going to demonstrate one way that you can upgrade your bathroom vanity. What's going on? Welcome to today's video. My name is Colton and today I'm going to demonstrate one way that you can take your bathroom pedestal and upgrade that for one that has storage. And keep in mind the vanity that I purchased came from Lowe's, not Home Depot. This is not a sponsored video. The time that it took me to complete this project was probably about 3 to 4 hours. Oh no, not 34 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And all of the products and links that I use in this video to demonstrate will be down below in the description. So let's get started. Go to the pedestal sink you want to replace and try to observe how it's fastened to the wall and locate the drain and water lines that you need to disconnect. My water supply lines were just this pull tab, so I'd pull this knob out and the water would stop. It may be a quarter turn, it may be a full turn, so try to understand the way your water supply shuts off and do that. Triple check that your water's off by turning on the faucet, and this bracket is really the only thing that's holding it against the wall because I checked the other screw holes on the sink and there's nothing there. Now out of habit, I just grabbed some tape and put it on the hot water supply line. Disconnect your drain stopper. Often there's this little clip that you can just pinch and slide right off. Next I grab my utility knife, cut the silicone around the sink. This will allow me to remove the sink from the wall and give me more space to remove all of the drain and water lines. Now please be careful. These porcelain sinks are heavy, and often a sink like this comes in 2 parts. So once you lift it off the wall, you need to make sure that you're moving the base as well. Now I have more room to remove everything. Grab a wrench, disconnect the water lines from the actual sink, and you may get some water dripping from these lines. Then I took out the top and then the bottom. You'll notice that I didn't disconnect the drain, and that actually just happened naturally when I lifted the sink up and off of the bracket from the wall. Get your old sink out of there and now remove this bracket. There was a lot of adhesive, so I had to use a scraping tool to wedge it and then remove it while I'm unscrewing those screws. This adhesive actually took away a lot of paint, so I removed as much caulk as I could, cleaned up the paint that tore away from the wall in preparation to mud it. I swept up a little bit. I brought in my new vanity to see how the plumbing would align with this. As you can see, this piece of wood would hit the drain, so I gotta remove it. Now I took the less expensive option. The more expensive option would be adjusting your plumbing to go up and over this piece of wood that no one's going to see anyways. So before you start adjusting your vanity, try to figure out if the piece that you need to remove in order to make your plumbing work is necessary for structural support for your vanity. In this case, this piece of wood could be removed no problem and nothing was affected. So I did. Now back to the wall. Took a putty knife, dented in the wall a little bit, just so when I put in the mud, I'm able to level it out and actually fills in the hole. Grab some mud, fill it in, smooth it out, remove any excess. Dry fit the vanity. Wanted to see how the drain holes would align. As you can see, looking straight down into the sink, the drain's not there, and it's back a little bit. So I need to extend this out, and I'll do that in a minute. Loosened this joint washer and removed the P-trap. Grabbed the new faucet, got it all assembled by taking the faucet and this nut and tightening it down to the bottom. Thread the water line down through the holes. Grab your washer and make sure this bigger flat end is against the top of your vanity and tighten it down. And do the same thing with your handles. One of your handles should be labeled hot, so make sure you put that on the appropriate side with the correct water supply. When you tighten down the nuts on the bottom of the vanity, just do it really tight, hand tight. Don't use any tools or you'll break it. Take all your water lines, attach them to this 3-pronged adapter, push it in until you hear a click. Now your water supply. Make sure any caps over your metal threads are off. Make sure your water supply lines have gaskets in them to complete a tight seal. And now connect your water supply to your faucet. Hot to hot, cold to cold. Head and tighten it, and then get a couple wrenches in there and make sure it's nice and snug. You can also use plumber's tape that makes you feel more comfortable. After these are connected, open up any of your valves, and you'll probably want to do this slowly because if there is a water leak, you'll need to make sure you address it and fix it. Also, I grabbed a cup to cover the drain hole because that's not installed yet. Turn on the water and quadruple check for any dripping anywhere. Water damage is the worst, so you want to make sure you are 100% certain that there's no leaking anywhere. Now for the drain. There's technically 5 pieces to this drain, so I took pieces 1, 2, and 3, installed that from the top, and then pieces 4 and 5 come in from the bottom. This coned gasket goes in first, then the nut tightens up from the bottom, and make sure you hand tighten this really snug. On the right is the original P-trap that I had, but I needed to bring that out to align with the drain, so really all I needed was this piece right here. But at Home Depot, it's sold as a kit, so I just replicated exactly what was already there and installed this. So the one on the top you can see is the old, and the bottom's the new. Took the new one, installed it, connected it to the drain, and make sure I brought it out long enough and tightened down the nut. And you can see by this gap I needed an extension piece, so I bought one of those. Installed it, tightened everything down. Once everything's connected, turn the water back on, let it run for a little bit, and ensure that there's no dripping or leaking anywhere. Even test out the plug. Plug it, let the water fill, unplug it, see what happens. Oftentimes, if you're getting no leaks from the water supply, but you're getting a leak from the drain, if you just get some plumber's putty and really reinforce that seal around the drain, 95% of the time, that'll fix your problem. Replace or change out any hardware, make sure all the drawers shut properly, and they're done. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you liked what you just watched, consider subscribing and also hit that like button down below. And also, if you want to see other how-to videos that I've completed in the past, go ahead and click this link right up here. If you want links to the products that are used in this video, you can also find those down below in the description. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.